Hey guys, Uncommon Sense, man. I haven't made any videos in a while. I've been doing another channel on TikTok I'm trying to grow out. I'm trying to change a few things. So for these channels to do well, you have to be as confrontational as possible. And I found myself kind of getting sucked into that. And even though I very strongly believe in what I believe, I think a little humor might be a little better, and a little better for my health than getting all worked up over stupid shit. Because I found myself the last couple months yelling at a TV or yelling at a phone, listening to a video, and just going, this can't be real. This can't be, there's no way you actually believe this. And then I had a conversation with a couple people I work with, and they're strong left supporters. And they're no touch with reality. There's just, I feel this way, so that's true. Like, we had a conversation about, like, I'm going to touch on a couple things in this conversation, and trigger alert, some of you guys are going to get upset. I really don't care, but nonetheless, I would love to get feedback from you, because I'll debate anybody on the planet on what I'm about to say. Men have an advantage over women when it comes to sports. Anything physical, men have an advantage. I don't care if you bring me Michio Kaku, Neil deGrasse Tyson, and a 30-year, neurological biologist who runs he's a doctor from Harvard and da-da-da. You line him up, I'll knock him down. There is no world that we live in that a serious person honestly argues that men do not have an advantage over women. It's just silly. It's silliness. It's not real. That's not a real argument. You separate them for a reason. Title IX exists for a reason. Like, these things are important. Women could never compete with men. Period. Full stop. Done. There's nothing to even debate. You talk about, like, oh, well, Caitlin Clark could probably beat you in basketball. Maybe. She might be able to beat me. Yeah. I'd be able to compete, but I don't know if she might be too quick. She's young. I'm old. Younger me, I don't think she could beat me. I think I would kill her. I'd actually crush her. I'm too strong. I don't see it. And I'm fast enough to stop her. I can manhandle her. It's not going to happen. But nonetheless, I'm sure if she saw this, she would laugh at me, be like, I'll light you up, old man. And let's be honest, she's probably right. But not when I was a young man, though. No, I don't think so. That being said, you pick the top 50 high school kids, boys, high school boys, not even college, and they'll light up anybody in WNBA. A'ja Wilson talking about she's gonna beat Josh Hart from the Knicks 11-8, and he's got it because he's black male on TV. He's a star. He has a fan base. He's trying to support the WNBA. You saw it all over his face. He got to bite his tongue. He's like, I think I would win. She would not score a point if he didn't want her to. Plain and simple. And if she did score it, it'd be a check. She just shoots it up and gets that shot in. She's not driving on him. She's not turning on him. Nothing. And I think she might even be taller than him. It's like, who are we kidding? Like, is this a serious conversation? You're seriously saying that a high school boy doesn't have an advantage over a high school girl because he put a wig on? Or he grew his hair long? So now all of a sudden, he's not going to destroy that girl? Of course he's going to destroy that girl. You got these girls that, like, you watch all these shows, and I get mad at them. I watch them. I get pissed off all the time. Every movie we watch now, I don't know, let's do something new and different. Let's make the woman the star of the movie, and she's a big badass who beats up all the guys. Something we've never done before. Like, every movie. That's like saying, let's have an honest conversation about race in this country. It's like, what? So you watch these movies and you see these 110-pound females, and they're special forces, they're Delta Force, they're Marine Recon Sniper, and I'm this and I'm that, da-da-da. Never happened. Never happened in the world. No woman's ever done it, ever, in the history of the world. There's a couple women that made Rangers, and they had to cheat to get there. They had to lower the standards, and they had to adjust the numbers to make sure they got through because Obama wanted a woman as a Ranger. And in their twisted leftist mind, they think that's like a step up for women. To what? Show them that they got something they didn't deserve? You think that somehow empowers women? Oh, because you're going to lie to them and say that those women did deserve it, when everybody knows they didn't. That's what Hank Sect was talking about. You're lowering the standards for these women to get positions they don't deserve. They don't belong. That's not for them. It doesn't mean I'm a bad person because I point out biological differences between men and women that are absolute scientific law, provable, non-disputable empirical evidence shows it up and down. You got these women now talking about they get beat up men. I'll do this, I'll do that. I am a 49-year-old man. I am old and fat. I'll line up against any woman on the planet and knock her in the dirt. I will knock the crap out of her. And yeah, there are a couple, I'm sure, badass 200-pound heavyweights in UFC fighting that I'm going to have my hands full. I have no doubt. I might even have to train for a month just to get in shape in case it goes more than a minute. But if you think some 120-pound girl, oh, she knows jiu-jitsu, Ronda Rousey, whatever, is going to take me in a fight, you're sadly mistaken. You are sadly mistaken. I would literally take that 120-pound girl that's trying to do an armbar on my arm and pick her off the ground and slam her head into the ground. It's just not reality. Yes, could a 140-pound girl beat a 130-pound guy? Yeah, if the girl's trained and the guy's not. Okay, there's always examples like that. No different than there's a girl out there who could beat me in basketball. So yeah, of course. But I'm nobody. And I could beat up 99.999% of the women on the planet. That's just reality. So you can't say women can fight like men. You can't say women are as strong as men. You can't. That guy in Australia or Canada, I forget. He said, I identify as a woman today. And he broke every powerlifting record there was in the world. But they won't give it to him. Because he just said I identified. You have to meet certain requirements. They have to decide that you're serious. There's that one powerlifter guy who mocks the women with their benching and everything like that. And it's a dude with a ponytail. And it's like, dude, you're a piece of crap. These women deserve the recognition for what they do. They're not, I mean, some of them are, but they're not got testosterone pumping through their veins like you do. That's a huge advantage. They didn't mature into a boy through puberty with testosterone in their blood, shaping their joints, shaping the thickness of their tendons, the muscle bellies, all that, how much mitochondria the cells hold. Like, all this plays into it. You don't deserve that. You should get them out. I'm glad Trump passed that law. Get them out. Get them all out. That's disgusting that we live in this world where we're going to try to pretend reality isn't reality. No different than men going into women's locker rooms and stuff. That Liam guy, that swimmer, where was the dads? I say this every time. I know I'm not promoting violence. Absolutely not. I know this is YouTube. But in my world, if my daughter was a swimmer on that college team and you were going in the bathroom and changing in front of her, making her uncomfortable, we might have a problem. And by might, you know what might means. But I don't know. Maybe my daughter would be like, yeah, Dad, I don't give a shit. You know what I mean? And like, that would offend me if she was okay with getting naked in front of a strange man. But nonetheless, it's her life to live. I totally live that. I believe that. But like, there was one that went on in California where the guy identified as a teenage girl. And he went into the dressing room with teenage girls. And they covered it up like it wasn't real. You know, and I've seen the videos where they were questioning him and arguing with him and stuff. Unless he's all acting, but then I saw the news clippings too. It was real. And the guy, of course, was a pedophile, of course. And I'm saying, how far did that go? Did he like get changed in front of the girls? Was he in the locker room with them? Like, and I know that sounds ridiculous, but so does the idea of a 50-year-old man competing with teenage girls at a swimming event. That's also ridiculous, yet it happened. I'm watching the Democrats now. And this is coming from an ex-Democrat. I'm watching the Democrats now, but I'm a white hetero male, so I can't be a Democrat anymore. I'm raising white hetero male children and females, and they hate us, so you know, it is what it is. I'm watching what they're doing with this, like, attacking Elon Musk. And, like, this is what I mean by, like, the craziness. I'm going to go on to this subject now. They're attacking Elon Musk and saying Elon Musk is enriching himself and trying, for $60 billion, and trying to steal your grandmother's Social Security money. And you say, okay, well, where is this $60 billion you're talking about? It doesn't exist. It's literally a made-up story. Oh, because he's only been there for 2 weeks. So what is he getting paid $60 billion to do what he does? Like, where did that number come from? They just keep repeating it. Nobody in the media, which I swear they all should lose their licenses. If I ever become president, the fairness doctrine's going back in, and if you lie, you lose your license. You don't get to be called a news agency anymore because you betrayed the public trust. MSNBC, CBS, ABC, they're gone like that. Gone. That's not supporting a free press. These fake leftists that are like, oh, they're attacking a free press and journalists. These are not journalists. These are actors and propagandists and advocates. That's it. They have no journalistic integrity. Elon Musk got paid $60 billion. He's been there for 2 weeks. That's a hell of a job. I'm going to get a job with him. Then they attacked the 6-man team he's got digging through the data. And the one kid apparently made a racist comment young ago. And then the other one's name was like Big Balls. When he was 15 years old, he had a goofy handle on a website or something. That's attack him. He's a horrible human being. And they're like attacking these guys, and it's like they're just kids, they're dummies. AOC, Elon Musk is the dumbest billionaire she ever met. Elon Musk is dumb. Coming from the bartender who won like a prize show and then became a congressman because she was cute. Give it to her. I'll give it to her. She's not ugly. You know what I mean? If she wasn't cute, she wouldn't be a congressman. And anybody who tells you otherwise is lying to you. They're lying, and they know they're lying. Hispanic, woman, and sexy. They voted for her. Okay, I'm not knocking it. Like, whatever. You vote for whatever you want. I don't believe in that. You vote for who you think you want to vote for. If you think she was the best person for the job. And there was a time where I even started to think maybe she would be a good change. You know, she comes from like, you know, she's lower upper class. She's not poor like she pretended. Don't let the bartender thing fool you. But nonetheless, you know, I thought maybe something different. Young. She's very young. You know what I mean? And yeah, I was swayed by her beauty. She's pretty. I'll give her that. And then she started talking. And then at first I was kind of like, well, I was a Bernie fan, so I believe in a lot of like pushing against the government and freedoms of the people and everything else. But then she started going off the rails, the left rail, way off the rail, and just a lot of racist stuff and sexist stuff. And then she started saying stuff like, Elon Musk is dumb. Okay, listen, let this be your test. If you're not sure if you're a moron or not, like you're like, am I a leftist moron? Am I a rightist moron? Am I a centrist moron? Or am I a sensible person? Or am I snowed? Am I just sheep? I'm just an idiot. I can't think for myself. If you heard her say Elon Musk is dumb in any way, shape, or form, and you didn't immediately reject that notion on like a core level, you're a moron. That's your test right there. That if you even said, well, yeah, I mean, anything other than that's one of the dumbest things I've ever heard. This guy, Zip Drives, PayPal, Starlink, Tesla, the Boring Company, like he's sending people to Mars. I don't know, like he bought Twitter and X and revamped the whole company. Like the guy from NVIDIA, look up this video. The guy from the Liberal Hyman guy shows it. The guy from who runs NVIDIA, the owner of the company, he's like the head guy, and he's a big shareholder. He's one of the smartest dudes on the planet. Nobody questions it, right? He's the guy who invented NVIDIA, and he makes GPUs and chips, and he's the AI guy. And he's one of the richest guys on the planet, too, because NVIDIA is now, you know, the second most expensive company in the world and soon to be number one, and then some. They're going to double everybody soon enough. Don't let that DeepSeek thing get in your head. Trust me, NVIDIA is still going to be huge. He spoke about Elon Musk spearheading a data center being built in Texas. Permits, energized, liquid-cooled data center, a monstrosity of a building in 17 days. 17 days. It would take other people 17 months. And he said the sheer scale and the ability of one person, I only see one person on the planet who has the talent to make that happen, and that's Elon. That's it. And the entire world. Not even himself. He was like, I'm in awe of that man. Like what he can do on a grand scale when it comes to engineering and systems and bringing things together with timelines. There's nobody like him ever been. He's something from another planet. And that's the guy that AOC says is the dumbest billionaire she's ever met. Now, I guess she spends a lot of time with billionaires. And maybe guys on the left need to start figuring out how much money does AOC have now? And how did she get that money on a $100,000 a year salary? Those are some really good questions. She has tens and tens of millions of dollars now. How did that happen? hey, OC, how do you have so much money? You didn't write any books. I didn't see any movies. You don't have a business. You didn't invent nothing. You just work as a congressperson. So where did all the money come from? That's another thing that the left and the right don't want you looking into, how they make their money. But that's going to come out now because Elon's going to rip through stuff and he's going to show, hey, this money's getting backdoored back to the politician that signed off on it or voted for it. And then you're going to see real corruption and fraud in the U.S. government. And then we'll see if anybody goes to jail or whatnot. I doubt it, but I'd love to just see it get exposed. Elon Musk is worth like $400 billion or some crazy number like that now. Like it's some ridiculous, it's retarded. He's worth so much money, it's not even a thing anymore. When Starlink goes public, this is the part that I'm not even telling you. When Starlink goes public as the sole owner, he's going to be worth $1 trillion. You can only spend so much money. You can only buy so much stuff. You know what I mean? Like, there is literally nothing in the world he can't buy and not even notice it, not even care. Oh, the Hope Diamond, it's $60 million, whatever. That Pollock Jackson is $200 million. Put it on my Amex or put it on my whatever, my, Bank of Dubai or something, whatever card he's got. He's just got an Elon card. It just says Elon on it. It means he can buy the world. He just swipes it. If you believe that Elon Musk is doing what he's doing because he's trying to steal your grandmother's Social Security money, again, that's another test. Here's your card. You're a moron. If you didn't reject that as soon as you heard it, like I can say, like Donald Trump, he's a couple $1 billion. He ran like a meme coin. He does shit like that. I can see that because he's rich. Don't get me wrong, but he's not rich. He's rich on paper, but he's not like, Jeff Bezos rich, where money's no longer a thing. Elon Musk is two Jeff Bezoses. Like, come on, man. You really think that's what he's after? He doesn't have enough ways to make money. I just named like half of his companies. He's got a whole lot more. Like it's just dumb. It doesn't even make sense. And that's the fairy tale land we live in now. These people, like if you're on the left, keep supporting who you support, but God, take a step back. Just stop listening to the propaganda and the nonsense. It's all lies. You have to know it's all lies. The end of democracy. Trump is Hitler. The Elon is an unelected official. What is your point? Why do you keep saying that like it has validity? That's not a serious argument. Almost everybody in Trump's cabinet in the White House is an unelected official. What does that even mean then? And they keep trying to goat Trump, like this narrative with Elon's the shadow president. It's all nonsense. They're trying to get Trump ego going, you know what I mean? Which it could possibly work, so I respect the game. But you don't believe it. You let Trump be the idiot to believe that. You don't really think Elon's in charge, right? You're not that dumb, right? If you are, there's your problem right there. Because these idiots on the left are feeding you nonsense and you're believing it. Stop. Get some help, like Mike says. Stop it. Get some help. That's what you need to do. Because you're a moron. Like, just to be clear, you're dumb. You and AOC should hang out. Sorry, I had a call. I just stopped it. So I'm going to close with that. Men are far, far superior than women when it comes to sports. Doesn't matter what sport. It is not fair for a man to grow his hair long and then compete with women. I don't care what else you got to say. If you're born, just like those two Olympic medalists. They both won gold medals. Turns out they're both men. Like, is that real? One had I didn't get to say that because it's, what I mean? He wasn't well endowed, whatever. So that means he's not a man? No, that's not how it works. You know what I mean? You're not more or less of a man based on size. That's ridiculous. The other one I heard apparently was a man also. Like, wait, what? That's not real because that, the argument on the left is it's a small group of people. It's not real. What do you make a big deal out of it? A couple kids? I don't care if it's one person. That one kid is destroying the dreams of a lot of girls that worked their entire lives for that chance of success. And then here comes a boy coming along saying, I'm going to kick your butt. Just like they just did like Oregon or whatever it was where that boy won the track race and they all booed him. Trust me, I'll be booing if I ever see a boy beat a girl on a track meet. Get off the freaking field. I'm not saying you can't compete. Go compete with boys. That's why we separate them. You identify as a girl, you want to be referred to as a her, that is totally fine. I have no problem with that. You do you. I have a problem with you taking advantage of girls just because you have boy chromosomes. And I really have a problem with idiots on the left actually arguing that that's not a thing. I think a doctor who argues that should lose their license. Seriously, because clearly they didn't learn a whole lot in medical school. And they're morons. And they can, come up with anything they want. It doesn't matter. Sorry, another call coming through. So yeah, I got to get inside. I got to get ready. I got a dinner tonight. Lots of stuff happening. But yeah, so to recap, if you are a boy, you are physically superior from a girl. If you are a girl and think you can beat me up, bring it on. And to clear, I do not promote hitting women. I just want to make that clear. But I've always believed 6'16" or 60, man or woman. You put your hands on me, I'll put my hands on you. Secondly, Elon Musk is not trying to steal your grandmother's Social Security money. He's not trying to steal anything. He's trying to do good for the world. Like, he's done that over and over. He's shown that over and over. And the left has tried to attack him ever since he put an R next to his name. Because let's not pretend we don't know. Elon was the freaking green Jesus for the left for a long time. They bowed to that man. And then as soon as he got tired of being lied to, just like me, and he got tired of the divisiveness and the bigotry and the racism and the sexism that was promoted on the left, and was culturally acceptable, then he said, I'm done. I'm a Republican. Then he bought Twitter, and then he started that rampage, and that really sent him over the edge. And now they all want to attack him. But come on, man. The guy's only done good things. Like he's not, he's autistic. He's high functioning Asperger's, whatever his deal is. He doesn't view the world the way we do. He doesn't view money the way we do. This is not a secret. This is obvious. He lived in a tiny house for years. You know what I mean? Let's not pretend he didn't have money. And don't be like, oh, well, he has money on paper because, it's Tesla, but he doesn't have cash. He can walk into any bank in the world and say, hey, I own 7% or 17%, whatever he's got, of Tesla. I need to borrow $1 billion cash. No problem, sir. Sign right here. That's it. You're done. Sign right here. Here's your $1 billion. Go do whatever the hell you want with it. You know what I mean? And you'd get the best terms you could ever imagine. Interest rates you didn't even think were possible. 1%, 1.5, some crap like that, because they want his business. And then they try to get him to move his company accounts over to their bank. His bank, I guarantee, wherever Tesla banks, he has an unlimited credit line. He can pull cash anytime he wants, no questions asked. I guarantee it's set up that way. So you idiots that think oh, well, he doesn't really have money. Trust me, he does. That's not how it works. All right? These guys, it's just not how it works. And Elon Musk doesn't want your money. He doesn't. I'm telling you, he doesn't. Nothing about that guy says that. Nothing about him ever has said that he's in it for the money. He genuinely believes he has a calling to further mankind. He believes that. I support him. He's better than a lot of us. Most of us. And by most, I mean really most, the literal sense. There's probably only a handful of people on this entire planet that are better people than Elon Musk. And they try to attack him with hooking up with a massage therapist or something, or they tried to make him out to be a misogynist, and then a sexist, then a racist, and they kept going down the line to anything that would catch, you know what I mean, that they could use. And now he does that thing where he grabs his heart and it goes like that. You know what I mean? He says, you guy, give my heart. And they keep attacking him. It's a Nazi symbol. It's this, it's that. And then you see video after video after video of Kamala doing it, and Tim Walz doing the exact same thing, and Biden, and all these people doing it, and you're like, why aren't you guys outraged when they did it? Oh, because they didn't mean that. Well, who gets to decide that? You know what I mean? You get to decide what they meant. You get to make that distinction. So it's only offensive if the guy you don't like does it. Oh, I get it. Okay. See how they're not serious? And the people on the left just keep getting fed this nonsense. Same thing with trans people. Oh my God, you're all under attack because Trump is in office now. No, you just can't compete with girls anymore. That's it. And we want your gender on your birth certificate to be your gender. You want to identify as a girl? Go right ahead. It was all make-believe anyways. I mean, not to be rude, but it is. You live life as a girl. That's your reality. Okay. And you want other people to refer to you as a miss. Okay. I got no problem with that. I think that's fair. I know some people don't agree. Some people say, no, I'm not going to play in your fairy tale land. I'm going to refer to you what you are. But if you're living your life as a woman and you're a man, aren't you really a woman? Isn't that a thing? Oh, okay, maybe you can't get babies and maybe, but the thing is though, if you still have the genitalia, you're just a guy playing dress up. Sorry, that's how I view it. But if you want me to refer to you as a woman, I have no problem with that. I have no reason to be confrontational with somebody. I don't want to hurt someone's feelings. If that's how they want to live, I support it. Go be you. Live your best life. I've always believed in that. I'm a libertarian at heart, but when your beliefs start to impede on my daughter's safety, my daughter's security, or some other woman's security, now I have a problem with it. And then, look, let's face it. It's not like there's tons of women living lives as men like Cher's son, and now they're competing at the top level and taking medals away from guys. It's not real because it doesn't happen. That's because women cannot compete with men in sports. And I know there's like one female in Texas that like won a championship or something wrestling with the boys. Hey, I give her all the respect in the world. That is awesome. Good for you. That won. You know what I mean? Like, come on. Is it, it's not a real argument. Can we stop having it? Can we stop pretending it is? Just because somebody with blue hair and a nose ring wants to feel like a victim? Like, we used to send those people to therapy. Start sending them to therapy again. Get someone to talk to them. They need a hug. Give them a fucking hug. I'll give them a hug. It's not that serious. I don't care what you do in your bedroom. I don't care. It's not my business. You don't need to wear it on your shirt. I don't even care about your politics. You do you. There's a serious lie going on about the hatred side. I've been to the rallies on the left. I've been to the rallies on the right. That rally in Manhattan for Trump was one of the greatest experiences of my life. It was amazing. The energy of those people. There was no hatred anywhere. And there was plenty of brown and black and female and male. And it was a wide spectrum. There was no white nationalist. Like, that was just so ridiculous to even say. I'm like, this is stupid. I was there. That's not real. And that's why I stopped supporting Democrats. Because that happened so many times where I'm just like, no, that's not true. Like, they know that's not true. Why are they saying that? And then it's like, oh, because they want to lie to you. It's propaganda. And I'm not a sheep. And then I had to go to the right. And trust me, I call the right out sometimes when they lie too. I didn't like how Sky News tried to promote that Israeli fans were getting attacked in Holland over a soccer game. And they showed a video knowing it was the Israeli fans that were attacking the Holland people. You know what I mean? Like, that bothered me. I don't like that either. It's equal. Tell the truth. If you have to lie to support your position, then your position is wrong. You're in the wrong. It's that simple. If you're in the right, you tell the truth. You don't gotta lie. Why don't people accept that? That's the reality of the universe. The AOCs and the Schumers and scum like that Waters chick, racist, lying, Pelosi, skank. Like, these are disgusting human beings. Disgusting. They make their living taking advantage of everybody around them. They lie to people. People die because of their actions. Isn't that like bother anybody? I'm not no saint. I've wronged people in my life, never intentionally, but I've done wrong things. But I've never hurt nobody to the point where people died. I've never tried to hurt anybody. Like, we all do things, but like, come on. There's limits to this. They know in their positions, they have power, they have influence. People have literally unalived themselves based on Trump is going to take office and now he's going to be Hitler. Like, they believe it. So you have a responsibility that the people believe you to not tell lies. Like, or you should not have that ability. You should not have that position. Next time you hear a lie from a Democrat, look me up. Send me a DM, and I'll tell you if it's a lie or not. If you can't do the research, I'll do the research, and I'll show you if it's a lie or not. Or the right. If you think Elon's lying, it doesn't look like they're lying, though. It looks like they're trying to do everything like open book. This is what we're doing. And when they're not breaking the law, that nonsense, it's unconstitutional, and that's all lies, and they know it's lies. Because if it was unconstitutional and they were breaking the law, they wouldn't be able to get away with it. When he tried to fight birthright citizenship, that's an argument now of an interpretation of the 14th Amendment of the Constitution. And to be totally honest, they're interpreting it wrong, and Trump is right. Just because you came to this country, America was not meant to be a place. It was meant to be a thing. You know what I mean? Like, we are America. That was the idea behind it. And it was, the phrase is, jurisdiction thereof or something. I can't think of it. I apologize right now. But only American citizens meet that requirement. So these anchor babies got to go. Sorry. If you're here illegally, I don't care. You're not a real American. You're not. You may want to be. All right. But I think that needs to be clarified and changed. You come here legally and you have an anchor baby, well, they're Americans. That's what they took pride in. That's why I never understood the African American thing. That was such a disrespect to black people. They didn't even know it. They're too stupid to realize it, and they promoted it like it was a gift or why in the world would you ever want to be associated with a cesspool like Africa? Like, are you serious? Seriously? Come on. And then put it real quick, because I don't want people to hear that and then get all of their little feelings. When immigrants came here, pick the generation, doesn't matter. Irish people in the 1900s, Italians and Jews in the 1940s, whatever. When they first came here, they were Jewish American, they were Italian American, they were Irish American, they were Ukrainian American. That's what they were. And then they had kids, and their kids got the privilege of saying, I'm an American, not an Italian American, I'm American. They took pride in that. It was less than to say Italian American, Irish American, African American. And they knew it. The only ones who fell for it were black people. American black people. Like, because I've dated black women that were not African American. They were African. They were Jamaican. They were Haitian. And being called American was a source of pride for them. You know, I'm from Haiti, but I'm an American. You know what I mean? I'm an American citizen now. And they took pride in it. And I'm not kidding. I'm just telling you, they were highly offended if they were referred to as an African American. Highly offended, which was like, blew me away. I didn't know that. I was like, wow. And I thought a lot of things they said, but of course I can't say them or think them, you know, or I'm a bad person. But like, they were not fooled by the left. They weren't suckered in by the media and stuff. You could tell they had common sense and logical thinking, and they're just like, you know, they just viewed it differently. They viewed the American dream differently. A lot of immigrants do that, and it's a beautiful thing. But you got to fix the system. And the left knows that. And they know they opened the border because they were trying to break down the country. They were trying to destroy America. And I know that's going to be really hard for a lot of you guys on the left to understand or accept. But in the end, you're going to figure it out. Or you won't, because you're stupid. But yeah, that was intentional. All that was intentional. I don't know what Soros and his buddies have behind it. I don't know why. I mean, that's how you destroy a country. You know what I mean? You open up the borders to people that look different, talk different, and think different. You bring them in mass, overwhelm the infrastructure, and then the country breaks down. That is the textbook way to do it. You don't believe me? Go look at a lot of the European countries that are falling apart, crime rates through the roof, can't afford anything. Like, it's a mess. And they did that here on purpose. What was their motivation? You know what I mean? That was the motivation. Who's behind it? What the end game is? I don't know. I'm just a nobody here in Jersey. Like, I don't know. But there is a end game behind it. I guarantee it. All right, guys, I got to get inside, get ready for my dinner. Everybody have a great day. If you don't like something I said, I want to hear about it. Don't just argue with me and call me ism names. They don't work. I don't care. You can call me anything you want. It has no effect on me. Oh, you're a racist, you're a sexist, you're a bigot, you're a transphobe. I'm not scared of trans people. I have lots of friends of which I don't care. You know what I mean? Like, that's not me. That's you. That's you projecting onto me. So if you want to have an argument, don't come at me with that nonsense, because it's not going to get you nowhere. One, I'm going to ignore you, or I'm going to laugh at you. But I'd love somebody to dispute that Elon Musk is actually trying to get paid. That's why he's doing this. That's his motivation. And that boys don't have an advantage with a girl. And if you're a girl and you think you don't have an advantage, come pick a fight with me, and I'll show you an advantage. I don't care if you're 23, you study Brazilian Jiu-Jitsu, you're training to be a pro. Come get in the octagon with me at 49 years old, and I'm going to throw you around like a freaking rag doll. And I'm going to break shit on you. That's just is what it is. You know what I mean? So if you want to prove your point, come prove your point. I'm calling you out. I don't care who you are. I don't care if you're a professional fighter. Come look me up. I'll come to you. I don't care. I got no problem with that. It's nonsense. It's silly to even say. Your bone structure is not as thick as mine. Your hands aren't as heavy as mine. You're slower. You don't have the stamina. You don't have the anger. You don't have the testosterone. And you just don't. You know what I mean? Yeah, there are some who do have the testosterone and fight. I won't be wrong. I've seen them. I'm sure they're going to give me a run for my money. But most of you, come on. And then, let alone the 105-pound pretty girl that in every movie can beat everybody up and just flip 250-pound guys with her hands. And she's did all these great things, and she's special forces and all this nonsense that women just can't do. Sorry, you just can't do it. Like, it's not indicative. There are things I can't do. I can't have a baby. You know what I mean? I can't see colors like you can. You know, you're a little better at multitasking or jumping for, multiple things at the same time. Like, I don't know, you're whatever. I don't argue it. It's reality. It doesn't offend me. Why does it offend you that I'm stronger than you? Yeah, I'm not stronger than every woman on the planet. There are women that are powerlifters, but they're few and far between that are they're stronger than me, and I'm nobody. Like, you know what I mean? Forget about if I actually was a power lifter. You know, I can do 4, 5, 6, or at least could at one time. You know, I'll bench over 400, I'll squat over 500, I'll deadlift over 600. I'm a world champion if I'm a woman. You know what I mean? I don't even have to look at the numbers. I'm telling you, I'm a world champion. You know, I guarantee I am. You know, that's the 1500 club. You know, for women, that's a big deal. So, and I'm a guy. I'm nobody. I'm not some super athlete. So it is what it is. All right, guys, let me go eat my dinner. I'll talk to you.